Okay. Hello. I was preparing this lecture in English, but now I understood that it's translators in the room. So I realized they are probably better in English than me, so I will switch into English. Norwegian.
This is the title. I would like to illustrate this as a path up on a mountain, up to the summit. Don't know if we'll come to the goal ever. I don't know if it's a final goal. That was the challenge. I would add that the path in Norway is an open BIM. I'll go into the history of building smart in Norway. This history of the open BIM in Norway is long, as it is international. Started in 2003, when a group from the business world in Norway traveled to a IAE meeting in Singapore. And this was the predecessor of buildingSMART, IAE. It was an innovative gang who traveled to Singapore, and they got the instructions to work on open BIM in Norway. It was about that time, after the meeting, that somebody made this figure. Maybe a lot of you have seen this before, the Holy Grail of IFC. So this I want to use to illustrate. It should be a seamless flow of information in the construction and industry, and to all purposes, all applications in a building project. In 2004, we established a buildingSMART project in Norway. Jens Sjögren was the leader. He's here today. And it went over 5 years. In 2005, Jens and buildingSMART project were the host for the first buildingSMART conference in the world in Oslo. And at the same time, we started a project, an IFC project, a new Aarhus hospital, and we projected the front building in this format. In 2006, we had some of this gang established in Norway who collaborated or joined people from the USA and from Canada and France, and established an IFD library group. It's an ISO standard which is the basis for the building block for buildingSMART data. The development in Norway has gone very quickly, and this is thanks to demanding entrepreneurs, contractors. They wanted open BIM. Statsbygg already in 2007 said that they wanted open BIM in all of their projects. and this has been important for the development. In 2008, Stadsbygg went to their sister organization, GSA, in the USA, and made an international BIM statement in collaboration with them. And this has been important also for the development. And it was signed by all of the partners. And the Norwegian delegation went home and sent this challenge further to the industry in Norway. Public contractors like Stadsbygg, Forsvarsbygg, these organization companies, we challenge the building industry to follow up our statement to use Open BIM. This was in 2008. In 2009, 5 years had passed, and buildingSMART project had achieved very much and was disbanded as a project. Jens and boligprodusent, also builders of homes, who contributed to the financing of this, and they got the Building Norway prize for their contribution. And we see behind Stens Runesen, a young Stens Runesen, who should be the first operating manager in buildingSMART, which was established as a new independent department of buildingSMART International in 2010. We had been part of buildingSMART Scandinavia or Nordic, but we would have more influence if we had our own chapter in the international organization. This was the start of on the path up to this summit of the mountain. There's several paths here, but we don't have to emphasize that. We'll just go into the elements in this development. It was established, buildingSMART was established as an organization of members with a board elected by the members, and Stens Runesen was established as the first operating manager, a full-time job. He soon established a cross-discipline forum and challenged all of the sectors and branches to establish their own BIM groups and to be collected and gathered in this cross-disciplinary group, and to share their experiences and challenges to contribute to the further development of buildingSMART, and to contribute also internationally. There's architects, consulting engineers, NELFO, EBA. There's educational groups for builders of houses, for the building products, for the contractors, and for the software developers. And the department for building quality is involved. We had also a technical sub-department who developed ad hoc working groups. So in all the years, buildingSMART Norway has contributed to international work and has received a lot of recognition for this work. When I used to frequent these circles, when I got my job at New Year's, and before that, New Year's Eve, I heard a lot about people pointing to Norway. Look to Norway.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And we got a lot of recognition for our contributions, our members, which our members achieved internationally. This is a overview of the roles that we have internationally, who report into buildingSMART International, Norwegian leadership, management, the persons in Norway who contribute in this work internationally, the board, and we have a lot who contribute in the Standardization committee. Here we have a long list of people who from Norway who contribute to this. And the organized user group and technical groups, and for compliance, certification. Those are some of who have contributed for a long time. Lars Christiansen, who's here today. Lars and Björn. We're in a buildingSMART conference. We got this prize in 2016 for their determined efforts for BIM in Norway and internationally. That was very nice to receive this prize for the efforts done over so many years. And yeah, Lars is here today and he's still working on this. This is Bonsai from buildingSMART Norway conference that I mentioned. Håvard Bell is one of the others. Bonsai. It was well said. Håvard Bell has represented this and Smart Building Norway group, which we're talking about today. This is a foundation of this work. A lot of our works, of our members, have financed many of the projects which have pushed BIM forward. Standardization is what we're doing in buildingSMART Norway. Very important to get a good distribution of open BIM. This is the picture of the first committee meeting of SEN 442 in Norwegian management, and helping to make this a standard in Europe, which the European countries must follow. SNCO 7K 257 is part of the Standardization ISO, European Standardization Committee. So there's a lot of people in Norway who contribute to this development and follow the development. for the launching of OpenBIM. When we talk about standardization, and I can mention 2 minutes is mentioned here. Time goes quickly. In buildingSMART cross-discipline forum, what sort of requirements are made or is expected of BIM, OpenBIM in projects? And we have standardized this and put it into a database called buildingSMART Norway Guide. And there's also a fee involved here that's paid by those who want to expect something of BIM, what sort of role one should have, and what sort of procedures one wishes, and overview reports, detailed reports, role-specific reports, and reports data or computers can read for export. So I put it out on a website. Use it, please use it. This is the map, the digital map in October last year. The whole building construction industry was assembled, and they agreed that we need a strategy for a complete digitalization of building and the real estate market in Norway. It's not coordinated. We haven't identified where work is not being done, which holes we have. So we agreed to do this. So BNL, buildingSMART in Norway, we're put in a leadership position to lead this work. We see several steps in this path or development to a platform module or model. We need a foundation at the base for regulation and the rules and a mutual infrastructure. If we have this established, then the business and the market can establish the programs to develop this in a good way. And the companies out in this sector can make their own business plans. We need the authorities' assistance in them to a much greater degree than that which we've received up to now, as Lars has mentioned. We need the authorities on board. There was a governmental conference 2 days ago. You can look at it on the net. So things are starting to happen. The government said that digitalization is important. And somebody who was in StartBIM is also now a consultant for the government, and he mentioned BIM in his statement and presentation. So this is on the agenda now, on the table. I'll go quickly here. We're developing competence. We need it in all of the levels of BIM. We support students. We distribute or give student prizes. We're looking at all of the bachelor projects or themes and select a buildingSMART prize. Trina Lena received this last year. Whoop. There was 243 participants. That was a participant record. And and this is
The
important
building
for
industry
us
has experienced negative growth and
to
productivity in the
develop
last
skills,
decades.
competence.
The building industry is divided into many specialized
We've made a
disciplines.
video
In order to design,
Building
construct,
Smart
and
Norway.
operate a building, all
It's,
disciplines have to
translated
work
to French,
efficiently
German,
together
English.
with the same
The
information.
original language is
In conve-
Norwegian, and it's been seen by 41,000 times, most by in Germany and USA. We have our training and educational plans. We want to use this in other countries. Educational plan, what should one teach in order to come to get to Open BIM? And then certification. We can get a buildingSMART manager or builder in Norway certified. What's the final goal? We begin to approach this with this seamless exchange of information, and buildingSMART dictionary will be a very central core in achieving this.